Is Canada entering a technological ice age? Or is this all part of the master plan? As the Liberal government and their manufactured majority shut down debate, shut down committee, shut down expert testimony, and completely disregard the voices of the Canadian citizens and the voices of giant tech companies warning against this surveillance bill, warning that once you build in that back door, there's no turning back. Once you build in that back door, you are opening up the world to hackers and places like China who like to hack that type of information, right? Despite the warnings, despite the experts, despite the outrage, they shoved that bill through anyways. Well, what happens when all of these companies who straight up said, we will not comply, what happens when this bill gets pushed through? Meta, Signal, VPNs, Apple, all of these companies said they will not build in a backdoor and they will not violate the privacy of their customers. Well, if they have to abide by the law, does that mean they will cease to exist within Canada? No more Facebook, no more Instagram, no more WhatsApp, no more Threads, no more Apple devices of any kind. And the ones you have will no longer get software updates. And what happens when all of these companies pull out of Canada? Will we ban X next, just like the UK plans to? Right? What happens? Well, Canada, according to Mark Carney, all of our data should be stored here in Canada. And because of that, the only thing being built and proposed and approved at record speeds are data centers, AI data centers. All right? These things from the beginning to the end are going to be built with under a year. From the dirt to the functioning facility, they can be built in under a year, but yet not one nation building project is being built. Right? So all of our data will be stored here. We'll have no access to social media, but then they create the problem, so they create the solution. Guess what? Canada's own government-funded, government-run, government-censored, and government-monitored version of WeChat, our own Canadian social media, because I'm pretty sure he said that too, but I'd have to go double check for that clip, where that Canada should have its own social media platforms, right? Because nothing says communism like a government-funded, government-run, government-censored, and government-monitored social media platform. The only one that you'll be able to access, because it's the only one who's willing to take away your privacy and build in that encrypted backdoor. And once that backdoor is built and it's all these people warned, a security threat to hackers in places like China, is sending our data to China or allowing the breach part of that strategic plan that we signed with China? So are we about to enter into a technological ice age of censorship, communism, and authoritarianism? Or are we just all wearing tinfoil hats like the government just told us we are?